Francis even more impressive, right? Because he's natural. I mean, he's not even barely lifting weights. I mean, that guy's just a fucking gigantic super athlete.
So that guy doesn't really lift?
No.
He's huge.
He got that big from working in a fucking sand mine.
Oh, my God.
He literally is like Conan the Barbarian from the Robert E. Howard novels.
Is he Nigerian?
He is from Cameroon, I believe, right? I think that's where he's from. There's videos of him on his Instagram from yesterday of him back in the same sand mine, and he's wearing his fucking Reebok jersey with his name on the back of it, digging sand with all the guys he used to work with.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy, but that is hard labor, and there he is. Do that all day, dig fucking sand all day. You know how fucking strong you would be. Just carrying 20-pound hunks of sand and shoving them onto the top of that truck all day long.
He's so efficient.
He's a beast.
Well, he's got tremendous genetics. His father is built like him, too. There's a picture of him on his Instagram when he was 3 years old, standing next to his father. And you look at his dad, you're like, oh, Jesus. Like the apple in the tree. There they are, baby.
You think he's going to be pretty dangerous coming up?
The only issue with Francis is his wrestling and his endurance, and this is just based on his fight with Stipe Miocic, who, in my opinion, is the best heavyweight ever.
I think
if you look at what Stipe has managed to do in his career, he's defended the title more than anybody. He knocked out Fabricio Verdum, was one of the best ever. He knocked out Alistair Overeem. He beat Francis Ngannou, who everybody was fucking terrified of, and Francis has been blowing everybody out of the water, including Alistair Overeem. I just think, and knocked out Junior Dos Santos, also former heavyweight champion. I think Stipe is the best of all time. So when Stipe is able to beat you by using his wrestling and using his smarts and using his octagon intelligence and just his overall fight IQ, he just knows how to fight better. He's just got more tools in the toolbox. Francis can learn, and he's an incredible athlete. And what he has over everybody is power. He has more power in his punch. We have a machine out there called the Power Cube, and that machine, Francis registered the highest ever power punch by like 10,000 units, whatever the fuck that means. So Tyrone Spong, who's a super powerful heavyweight boxer, he scored like 119, I think it was, or 114, and then Francis scored 129,000. And you see it when he hits people.
And that's about what you kick, right? You should kick a little bit more than that, so that's like getting kicked in the face.
Yeah. With it. I hold the record right now until somebody beats me.
There you go.
Well, I hold the record 152 from a kick.
That's amazing.
But again, look at the size of my legs.
Of a leg, yeah.
Carrying around 196 pounds all day, running hills with 196 pounds. Try doing fucking handstands and running up a hill with handstands. You just can't. Your arms are not that strong. And also, I've been kicking my whole life. He's really only been training MMA for 5 years.
Yeah.
So he's
fun to watch.
He's amazing to watch.
It's like an old Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Even the fight with Stipe was kind of scary because he just kept getting back up. And it was like watching Mike Myers, like a horror movie or something. Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger or something just kept coming back.
Doesn't have the wrestling experience. He doesn't have the wrestling technique. But what he has is incredible heart and desire, and he's very hungry to learn. And I'm very hopeful that he's going to learn, and I really, really hope that he incorporates a real rigorous wrestling program, because that was one thing that was lacking from his last training camp when he fought for Stipe.
Yeah. I think UFC needs a 300 and up club.
I think so.
To have that weight class and then have him only fight for a minute and rest for like 5 minutes.
Well, the issue is there's not enough fighters.
Yeah.
There's not enough guys. But.
Not enough big boys.
Yeah, maybe you just like put USADA on the back burner for above 265.
Yeah, right.
Like, guys, listen,
265 and up.
You do whatever you want. I'm hopeful that Francis still. I mean, he's a little older in terms of like being this new to the sport at 33. Really didn't even start training until he was 28, which is kind of crazy. He was homeless.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about an amazing story that's like right out of a movie. The guy was homeless, came from Africa where he worked in a fucking sand mine, and then gets to the #1 contender spot in the UFC. But there's guys now like Alexander Volkov. Is that Volkov? The guy who just knocked out Fabricio Verdum. This is a giant guy. Like, he's a huge. I think he's 6'7".
Jeez.
Yeah, and incredibly skillful. So there's these guys that are coming up that are like at the higher end of the weight class. How do you say his last name? Volkov, right? I always get confused because Russians say things with Russian accent. Alexander Volkov.
Yeah.
Volkov
6'7", huh?
yeah. He find out if that's the case. If he is that tall, he is. He's 6'7". Yeah, he's incredibly long and efficient, and he has real power. He's hard to hit, man. But his game is so well rounded. The difference between him and a guy like Francis is he's not new to the game. I mean, he's a giant guy who's been fighting for a long fucking time. So he is a real efficient martial artist. When he fought Fabricio Verdun, I could tell early on these striking exchanges like, wow, Fabricio might be in trouble. Like this guy he's long, he knows how to stay on the outside, and he knows he's got an excellent sense of distance, and he's got legit knockout power. And he fucked Fabricio up, man. That was hard to watch. I was like, wow, he's legit.
It's amazing.